Let's go through the process of creating your very first AdWords campaign. On your first login, you'll see a button directing you to create your first campaign. But after you've clicked that the first time, you'll create all of your campaigns from this screen. In the Campaigns subtab under the Campaigns tab, you'll click the green Plus Campaign button and see a list of options. For this example, we're going to go ahead and create that campaign that we were just researching with the Keyword Planner tool. And because it's keyword-based, we're going to want to focus this one on the search network only. The first thing we have to do is give the campaign a name that will help you to easily identify it. Remember, you're going to have a lot more of these as your account grows, so good naming conventions will make your job easier as your account gets bigger. And I'll tell you that campaign number 2 is not a good name. Remember the kinds of settings that live at the campaign level, and this will help you out. First, we know this is a search campaign. And if you remember, we also know that this campaign is going to be targeted towards people who live in California, since in our fictional example, we can't advertise our organic certification anywhere else. Now, we might also end up having both English and Spanish campaigns here as well. And since language settings are also at the campaign level, our naming convention might want to include that information too. All the ad groups that will want to inherit these same settings are going to live underneath this campaign. And we might have chosen to organize our account such that all the ad groups in this campaign are going to focus on various aspects of our competitive advantage of being certified organic. So while there's no 100% correct naming structure, you might choose to do something like this. This way, when I build out additional search campaigns in the future, I can use that same SRCH designation, but change the CA to whatever geography I might be targeting, and change the EN to another language that I might target. In my campaigns list, it will then be easy for me to quickly see who I'm going after with each one of my campaigns. Over to the right, you can see that you have a few options. By default, you'll be in a standard view of the features that you need to set up. Here, we'll click on the All Features radio button to include some of the optional things that we can do when setting up our campaigns. You'll also see radio buttons for product listing ads and dynamic search ads. If you're an e-commerce shop, product listing ads, or PLAs, allow you to use your Google Merchant Center account to create campaigns that include items from your product feeds, like images, product names, prices, and promotions in a very specific type of ad format. Dynamic search ads let you skip this whole keyword thing altogether and let Google look at the content of your website and figure it all out for you. Because both of these options have very specific use cases, we won't be covering them explicitly in this course, but they are both well documented in the help section and all across the web. The next area is where we choose our networks. If we leave this box unchecked, our ads will only be eligible to appear on Google search results pages. If we include search partners, our ads can show up in response to searches on other Google properties like Maps or Shopping, as well as other sites that use Google to power their own search engines like Virgin or AOL. Generally, a best practice is to start without using the search partner network. And once you've tuned your campaigns, you can enable that partner network to extend your reach. Last, you'll see a section for devices. Up until recently, you could limit your campaigns to showing on only mobile devices or tablets or desktops, and you could even target specific operating systems like iOS and Android. This gave advertisers a very granular level of control because they could create dedicated mobile or tablet-specific campaigns. But it also meant that there was a lot of extra work to manage these separate campaigns. With the recent introduction of what Google called enhanced campaigns, campaigns now target all devices by default. And within the campaign, we use what are called bid adjustments to dynamically raise or lower our bids based on the device. We'll look at these bid adjustments and other things they apply to in a later video. So now that we've seen how to create a new campaign, and we've walked through some of the basic settings, it's time to take a look at the geographic and language targeting options.